Okay, so we're here with the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, Johnny Impact for IndyPW.com, Indy Pro Wrestling. How you doing today?
Doing great. Let's see. Samstown is only one letter different from Slamtown. So the mayor of Slamtown's feeling pretty good about these Impact tapings.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and go through a brief journey. So you started out with Tough Enough, correct?
Whew, yeah, this brief journey gets longer and longer every year I stay in the business. Tried out for Tough Enough 2 in 2002. Almost made it, didn't. Tried out again for Tough Enough 3. Ended up making it on the show that time. Won the show, got a contract with WWE. Moved to Louisville. It's not like, here's your contract, you're on TV. It's like, no, get in your car, drive to Louisville. I did that, trained with Rip Rogers, Al Snow, Danny Davis, Jim Cornette, all those guys down there. Went up for a short period as Eric Bischoff's apprentice, Johnny Nitro. Went back down, came back up with Eminem in 2005. Debuted on SmackDown against Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. And then stayed up between SmackDown, Raw, and ECW until the end of 2011. In the midst of that, won Tag Team Championships, the IC title 3 times, the ECW World Championship, and changed my name to John Morrison. Then started wrestling, making towns, taking bumps, and feeding in places in independent wrestling organizations all over the world. 2014, I started with Lucha Underground and became Johnny Mundo. And then just over a year ago, I started here at Impact and donned the name Johnny Impact, which is why I'm standing here now talking to you.
Awesome. So tell me briefly what it is compared to the other promotion, going down to Mexico, working for Lucha Underground, and now Impact. How's the locker room vibe around here?
The locker room vibe right now at Impact is very positive. It feels like we're in the middle of a chrysalis of wrestling, if you will. By that I mean the business is changing, the perception of Impact is changing, and it feels like an exciting time to be a part of the Impact roster, to be in pro wrestling at all, actually, and part of the business or a fan of the business. And because of those things, I really dig the Impact locker room. I feel like everyone has a good time with these tapings.
Awesome. So obviously you are in the movie industry. You finance your own movie, Boone the Bounty Hunter. How was it doing that?
Man, Boone the Bounty Hunter, Kevin Sorbo, great movie. It's on Netflix right now. It's available on DVD at Walmart and Dollar General. It is outperforming pretty much every other title that has been acquired by Vision Films. That's the distributor that we're going through, and they have a deal with Sony. So the movie distribution business is actually very complicated, and I got a lot of people when I first released Boone making sure to tell me to not expect to make very much money back, to make all my money back on Boone, which I've been pleasantly surprised to find out that what I've gotten back has exceeded a lot of the things that people told me when we first released Boone. So been really happy with how Boone's done. The money obviously isn't the reason that I did the movie. The reason I did the movie in the first place is because I just wanted to make a kick-ass movie, the kind of movie that I would have loved when I was a kid, like a throwback to 80s action movies.
Absolutely.
And also to use the stuff that I'm best at, which is parkour, pro wrestling, and like some MMA brawling type stunt choreo wrapped around like a self-deprecating, reluctant hero, which is what I feel the character of Boone is. That
is great. So, if correct me if I'm mistaken, you're working on a brand new movie as well. Do you have any information on that?
Which movie are you talking about? You talking about the Iron Sheik Massacre?
Yes.
The Iron Sheik Massacre is something that Kira and I wrote on our honeymoon. We're not going to go into specific details about it, but the Iron Sheik is involved. He's as well as a lot of other wrestlers, some of the wrestlers on this roster, and we shot it at our house. And let me just say, it's been a couple of weeks since we finished shooting, and there is still like fake blood like all over the place, on the floor, like sprayed up on the walls for a long time. There was dead bodies because we use prop dead bodies for a lot of the scenes. They were just kind of like laying around because you don't want to move them because it'll mess up the continuity. I don't want to say too much about it. We're taking our time with post. We have one day of pickups left to shoot, and I'm excited, man. I think a lot of people especially fans of horror, fans of wrestling, are going to respond to the Iron Sheik Massacre very well. It is a short movie, it's not a feature, and it's something that we did for fun.
Awesome. And now that you're Impact World Heavyweight Champion, what do you plan on doing with that title? Who do you plan on defending that title with? And anything that you have prepared for the pay-per-view that's coming up in January?
Man, so, I mean, just an hour ago I was standing out there in the ring, and the people here in Las Vegas were chanting Fighting Spirit, which is pretty cool, because that's one of the things that I wanted to communicate when I won the Impact World Championship. I believe with Impact, with this locker room, and with me having the Impact World Championship, the business is what we all make it. And the stuff that I liked the most when I was sitting on the other side of the ropes in the seats looking into the ring when I was a kid was watching my favorite wrestlers battle it out in epic matches, which is the kind of matches that I want to have. So what I'm planning to do with the Impact World Championship is defend it against the best wrestlers in the world. Killer Cross, Phoenix, Brian Cage, people like that. And this roster, Matt Sydal, is packed full of, in my opinion, the best wrestlers in the world. So what do I plan to do with it? I guess that's your answer.
Awesome. And do you have any upcoming events, anything you want to promote for anyone that's watching this video?
Man, let's see. We got big time wrestling going on November 30th and December 1st. I'm out in Northern California. Those are Impact shows. Tickets are available now. We got Homecoming on January 6th and 7th in Nashville. Outside of that, you should follow me on Twitter @TheRealMorrison, on Instagram @John Hennigan, that's my shoot name, or my Facebook page, John Morrison, to find out what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, when and where all those things that I'm going to be doing are going to happen.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.